Hi, my name is Hannah Gelinas, and this is my video on my religion and film analysis project. I will be including a variety of films that impacted me greatly in this class. Some that I'll be mentioning will be Lady Bird, Shiva Baby, Aladdin, and Miss Marvel specifically. The films watched in class were helping us reveal religion in film, but I was intrigued on how these films helped to show religion in film that was adapted to fit the 21st century culture and appealed to the 21st century audience watching. I noticed how family dynamics were impacting Christine in her coming of age film and how Christianity impacted her lifestyle from her family opinions. Many films emphasize family impacting the character's identity, but I thought Lady Bird was the most influential on this point for me. Additionally, I noticed Shiva Baby helped me reveal how rituals for Jewish culture was being simplified or Americanized to make the film feel more comfortable with the 21st century audience watching. And finally, I noticed how the two Muslim films we watched in class, Miss Marvel and Aladdin, show the evolution of film industry attempting to align closer to the everyday societal norms and reduce stereotypes in films. Let's move on to the first point of family relationships. I noticed a strong connection between Christine's actions and her family opinions. In the film, it revealed a rough relationship between Christine and her mother throughout the entire film. Christine was very driven to her goals in attending college on the East Coast and not being restricted by society or religious standards. This led to Christine's driven and persistent self and was continually showing disrespect to the Catholicism religion, such as eating the sacramental wafers with Julie, blurting disrespectful opinions at the abortion assembly, and being adamant to the nun on how she didn't want to be at a Catholic college. These religious impacts were similar to her family and the idea that Christine was wanting to be on her own path that wasn't similar to her mother's or anyone else's. To be different from her mother, Christine would intentionally go against her mother, similar to going against the Catholic religion. The 21st century culture was incorporated in this film by showing the idea for Christine to be independent for herself and do actions that led to her gaining some advantage in some way. From these 21st cultural ideas, religions were getting mistreated and her family bonds were being broken because Christine wanted to be her own self instead of staying with a community that would support and help her succeed. One scene at the end revealed Christine calling her family and going back to church, which I thought showed how she was beginning to realize she lost the supportive community she could have had from her religion and her family.
Hi, you've reached the McPherson family. Please leave a message. Thank you.
Hi, Mom and Dad. It's me, Christine.
Not only was family and religious bonds impacted by the 21st century in films, but also altering rituals to become more simplified or Americanized, I would say. In the film Shiva Baby, Danielle was in a Shiva the entirety of the film, which is a Jewish event. The film mentioned a few Jewish rituals in general, common in a Shiva, such as the massive array of food, a darker living setting, the water basin at the beginning of the house, and the rabbi giving prayers. Even though these were referenced in the film, these rituals were Americanized or done lazily, simply since the family and Danielle weren't invested in its meaning. I noticed this as being Americanized because the 21st century culture in America works to make it simpler because Americans want to do the bare minimum to achieve the same results. This is impacting the religious side in films since rituals are made to be cherished and honored fully by its followers. But the film industry wants to appeal to the wide audience by doing what a common culture is doing, which is to simplify the rituals. One scene I thought showed this was when Danielle and her mother were using the water basin, which is meant for guests to wash their hands when they arrive. To clean Danielle's coffee stain off her shirt instead is what they used it for. They were utilizing a religious item to clean a shirt, which I think is disrespectful to intended purpose of this water basin. I think this then showed that the 21st century was leading to becoming more simpler, or because it was just trying to find a simpler way to help issues out.
Well, thank God Sheila's coffee is always lukewarm, or you'd have third-degree burns, you know?
Are we allowed to use that?
Just so. God'll forgive us. It's too crazy in there.
Moving into our last point on reducing stereotypes. I wanted to compare the two Disney films, Aladdin and Miss Marvel, for my last point because I think this helped me to notice how much stereotypes and culture inclusions are impacting films. In the live-action Aladdin, we noticed how this film is attempting to attract the audience more than being accurate to the Muslim religion. This leads to the film giving a brief look at the Muslim religion, but not impacting the characters greatly in the film. The film is attempting to reduce its stereotypes and discrimination from the cartoon Aladdin that was previously released in the 1990s, such as altering the songs like Arabian Nights and including more phrases to the film, such as Allah. However, these changes weren't altering the current stereotypes. The film wasn't giving the audience anything about what the Muslim religion is and how to influence its followers' lives. Contrastly, we can look at the 2022 Disney Miss Marvel show that was attempting to reduce the Muslim stereotypes. This show was revealing Muslim culture throughout the whole show, such as the common daily phrases followers would say, their place of worship in the film, and disparities in it about women, and showing more on the impact of the hijab for women. This show is truly reducing stereotypes compared to Aladdin, because the show is better at showing everyday lifestyles for women and the issues they face from their religion. The two films compared helped me to see how the filmmakers are working to reduce stereotypes in film, from wanting to show a more accurate portrayal to minorities in the society today. 21st century culture is working to show stereotypes in film and how to enact change, since our culture is working to bring change to discrimination we built up from historical events. Miss Marvel was strong in revealing a more everyday lifestyle to Muslim women, which was mentioned in the articles we read in class. One scene from Miss Marvel I enjoyed that helped to reveal some stereotypes was the mosque scene and how it worked to show how men in mosques get a special treatment while the women get their scraps or the leftovers that they don't want to fix. I thought this helped to reveal the 21st century stereotypes and how women in Muslim religions are just being discriminated.
They really gotta fix this place.
No, you mean they gotta fix our section of this place.
See, but the men's section is pristine.
Acts of everyday kindness.
We got mold under the carpets, and the walls are literally crumbling.
Together
We can't just stick up a poster for every piece of plaster that falls.
sisters.
This class has been very impactful to me and has allowed me to see how religion is seen in numerous common films we are watching in today's society. The films have made me notice more small changes, such as stronger accents to older generations or villains in the films, and have allowed me to wonder why filmmakers make some scenes. This project was interesting for me to notice more on how the film industry is adapting religion and film to be more aligned to the 21st century culture and help bring more audience views. I mentioned today more on the family and religious connections being altered to our independent cultures from the Ladybird seed, the simplifying rituals to reveal laziness of our culture from Shiva Baby, and the idea to reduce stereotypes to enact change when I compared Aladdin to Miss Marvel. Thank you for watching this film, and hopefully this leads to you to think more on how religion is being influenced in film from our current culture. Thank you.